Let's see here. Alright. Lies of P. Love this game. Haven't been playing too many games recently, but let's make sure I remember how to play this one. Alright, Screwdriver's moving a little slow here. It's fine though. Does decent damage. I'll make it work. C button checks. Button checks. How many arms do I have on? 3? Okay. Alright, we'll make it work. Not a fan of using Aegis, but whatever. Little pacifier never hurt anybody. Gotta remember this is New Game Plus, and I will die if I make a mistake. Like that. No, do I not have a... Do I not have a weapon art on this? Honestly, I gotta remember how to play this game. Oh, cannot... Oh, brother, come on now. Gotta try to remember how to play this video game. Okay, so I don't need this in this area. Okay, how does this video game work again? I've not played it in a bit. I'll use this. This is fun. Gotta try to remember how this game plays. Let's not aggro that thing this time. There we go. Nice. What are my weapon arts on this thing? Storm Stab? I don't remember what that is. Oh, no, wrong button. Oops. Okay. I'll take it. Okay. Yeah, I probably shouldn't stream so early. It'd probably help the view. It'd probably help, find more viewers if I didn't stream so early. What are you gonna do? Let's see here. There's an item back here, I remember. Give me that. I'll take that. Thank you. Dude. There's so much damage. Oh, Jesus, this thing. Okay. Kill that, thank you. Jesus. Okay, let me get on. I'm gonna reset the enemies in the area. Whatever. I need to put Fulminous on. Put Fulminous on instead of Aegis. Probably work a bit better in this area. Aegis is good, but I don't find myself ever really wanting to use it, so. I bet notifications aren't being sent out, but that's why there's nobody here. I bet that's what it is. It's been a recurring issue lately, I've noticed. Look at that. Okay, see how this goes. This is probably a bit better. God team, okay. Weird that this is a heavy, considering how small this weapon is. I guess the handle is pretty big, though. Yeah, I don't think notifications are being sent out. I've noticed that issue a lot recently. Just weirdness on YouTube's end. What else is new? I hate these things. Die. Did you play Hollow Knight? No. It's on the list of things I'll do before I die. So I have not played Hollow Knight. I haven't really played anything recently. Outside of this, like, outside of streaming Lies of P, on occasion, I haven't really played anything. I've been, like, I've either been working or just relaxing at home. I've actually been watching, like, movies and TV shows. I haven't really watched anything in so long. That, like, I finally started doing it again. Like, I started rewatching Daredevil. I hadn't rewatched it since it first came out in 2015, so I'm just spending my time on that instead. Just kind of taking time away from video games before the busy time of the year hits, because this is going to be a relatively busy year with Expedition 33 and Doom and Lost Soul Aside and Night Rain and Ninja Gaiden. I guess GTA 6. I guess I'll play that. So I'm taking time off from gaming for the most part. I'm literally only gaming when I'm streaming. That's about these things. Okay, let's just do this. Absolutely recommend an absolute masterpiece or straight up masterpiece. We'll see. We'll see. I haven't seen enough of it to make a judgment just off of a glance. Oh, that thing survived. We'll see. It doesn't look uninteresting, I'll say. It looks fine. Again, it's on the list of things I'll make sure to get to at some point. The next thing I'm going to stream after this is the new Lords of the Fallen, because I have that, and it is a Souls-like, so figured it's on brand. Alright. Yeah, so I'm going to stream Lords of the Fallen next. Whenever that'll be. I don't even know when I'll do that. Oh, he's out of range. That kill? No. That does. Yeah. Maybe I'll stream Hollow Knight at some point. I don't know. I do think that the whole Silk Song thing has frankly just gotten embarrassing for the devs. Especially for indies. Like, it's not abnormal for AAA devs to go so long without mentioning a game. Look at Kingdom Hearts 4, look at Pragmata. But for an indie, I mean, I think it's just kind of embarrassing at this point. Like, you got such a cult following for your video game, and you can't even be bothered to give them an update on anything at all. Like, for an indie, that come on now, it's whatever like huge vision they have for this game. I know how it's gonna look, and that's gonna be not much different from original Hollow Knight. So like, I don't really see any reason why it's taken them 8 years to make it or whatever, and why they go 40 years between trailers. Wrong arm. Didn't realize I had that. Kill you, and booyah, and boom. You know, it's only 6 years. It's crazy. Just say Death Hell. To be honest, it definitely isn't going smooth. I don't know. Like, you got out your first game, and then you got a lot of funding because your game got a cult following. And then I'm sure you got so much funding from specifically Microsoft because Silksong was a huge Game Pass game. That's why Lies of P ended up being as good as it was because it was a big Game Pass game. It got some of that Xbox money behind it, and that helped turn Lies of P into a game that's as good as it is. But I just find it so hard to believe that whatever vision they're trying to reach has taken A, this long, and B, you go this long between updates. Development hell, I guess, is probably a likely answer, but it's times like this where I'm a little bit coarse and I just chalk it up to developer incompetence. Like, it's just like mismanagement of resources, developer incompetence, something like that. Because there's not really much else excuse for it. Okay, Silksong VR. I don't think they're gonna go for that one. Yeah, like I don't mean to be crass, but I don't really see any other explanation for why you can't get Silksong out within 8 years, other than when you have so many resources, especially since, if I'm correct, the game was originally supposed to be an expansion and not its own game, so obviously you're going to blow the vision up to be its own video game. However, if the scope was originally limited in the first place, yet again, I don't really see how you can get in the situation where you're 7 or 8 years in the hole with a video game and you still got no idea when it's coming. And particularly as an indie, like I said, it's not uncommon with AAAs. We see this on occasion with big AAA titles. Oh, that did not go my way. We see this on occasion, and it's not the most uncommon thing in the world, but with an indie game, it's particularly strange. It's kind of like a Reflect Studios game. Oh, right, wrong button. Reflect Studios game Rides with Strangers. You put out a demo for that game 10 years ago, and you're still talking about, well, we'll get it eventually. It's like, okay, dude, it's an indie game about getting into cars and riding with strangers. I can only imagine you jake people out of the money. Let's see here. Yeah, Night Rain's the worst idea ever. I'm not gonna play it. Level design, yeah, and I agree. You know, a lot of people love bosses in Souls games, but I always tell people bosses are like fifth on the totem pole in terms of what I enjoy most about a Souls game. Bosses are like fifth on that totem pole. Like it's always level design. Um, well, like one sec. I have the list. Let me not say it while I'm distracted. Another one. Don't you knock me off. What's that? Bitch. Okay. Like level design, build variety, overall like world design, you know, like what DS1 does, which while I think that's the only thing, I would say that's the only thing Dark Souls 1 does well is its world design. Lore isn't really anything I really seek out in Souls games. It's kind of take it or leave it for me. I enjoy it like, you know, when it's really interesting, but it's kind of like a superficial element to the games to me. But again, bosses I would say rank like fifth on that list. You know, I love Lies of P for a lot of reasons. I think it's one of the best Souls games ever if we include it among From Software's games. However, I don't love this game for its bosses because its bosses are just flat out not very good. You know, like, can I name 50 bosses from a Souls game better than the best boss in this game? Yeah, probably. Like, I think the best boss in this is probably Nameless Puppet. Do I think he would crack my top 50 Souls bosses? Probably not. But I still love this game because the combat's good. Which I think combat in Souls games is often misunderstood. Combat in Souls games is nothing special and it's not very good. What makes it very good is enemy design. The enemy design is very good. There's a lot of build variety. There's a lot to experiment with and try out. But overall, combat in Souls games, outside of Bloodborne and Sekiro, is just flat out not very good. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know, because the game makes up for it in other ways, and I think that's very good. But Lies of P is different because it's like Bloodborne and Sekiro, where actually, yeah, combat is pretty good. Ow. Combat is just pretty good in Lies of P. Just like it is in Bloodborne, just like it is in Sekiro. Oh, this thing here. I'm gonna die. Look at that. Damn it. I'm trying to get the charge up on it. Whatever. I'll do that. Sure. I'll spam it. Why not? Sure, I'll spam it. Like, people are excited for Night Rain. They like Night Rain is selling people on the idea of reusing assets, which I get it. If we can't get too mad at Night Rain for reusing assets because Elden Ring already did that. You know, while we say, oh, Night Rain is the big mix of all the From Software games, Elden Ring already kind of was that. And there's nothing wrong with reusing assets. Games do it all the time, and I think it's a good idea for games to reuse their assets more often. Otherwise, you get nonsense like 10-year development cycles because they feel the need to remake everything from the ground up. So it's good to reuse stuff when you can. However, part of the marketing pitch for Night Rain is literally, yeah, we're reusing assets. Like, it's odd to put that in your marketing pitch, and honestly, it's the main marketing pitch for Night Rain. What main bosses from other Souls games could you fight here? Ooh. Like, you got people, you know, creaming themselves at the chance to fight Artorias, which I agree. Artorias needs a real boss. He needs a real fight that's not in the jankiest Souls game. He desperately needs it, it's true. But I just don't like the idea of sticking that in your marketing pitch. It's just odd. It's co-op boss rush mode. Also really, but I get that, I do. However, look me in the eyes and say it couldn't have been a $20 DLC. That's the thing with Night Rain. I get it, I know what it's trying to do, but look me in the eyes and say it couldn't have been a $20 DLC. which my face cam's not on, so you know you can't do that. So, but I don't have face cam. But what I'm saying is, I mean, this is I'm gonna say I think that they already had a Souls multiplayer game in development, and they slapped the Elden Ring sticker on it for sales. That's what I think. I think they already had a Souls multiplayer game in development, and then they slapped the Elden Ring sticker on it, which I feel like a recurring issue for this game is going to be the network. From Software's 2009 Demon Souls netcode is just, it's not going to sustain Night Rain. And I always say, like, we love From Software for a lot of reasons, and that's usually you know, their design. But one thing we don't love them for is how well they know hardware and software. Because when it comes down to it, FromSoft is, in terms of common sense, you know, just for quality of life stuff, like in terms of just common sense and also like hardware, software, optimization, and design, it's fair to say they're one of the most incompetent in the industry. I love From Software, I do. God knows, I play their games constantly. They're what I play most consistently. But we don't love them for how competent they are technologically. That's like, you know, Charlie, Penguin Z0, it was like, you know, I'm not sold on Night Rain. I don't think this is a good concept. And he was getting cooked for it. And it's now to the point where, like, if you don't approve of everything From Software does, then you're hating on them for some reason. You know, it's sad to say, but I think the Souls community is slowly turning into the Naughty Dog community. Yeah, like, I think that Night Rain could have been a DLC. Shadow of the Erd Tree is going to have more unique content than Night Rain did in total. Which I know that's not saying a lot, because I think Night Rain's new content is going to be specifically limited to, what's that? No. Alright. My bad. So, yeah, like, it's just, what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say, dude. Do that. Forgot what I was getting at there. Let me see. Payment Network is best for is trying to achieve. There's no other action game for it too. I mean, Souls games are definitely unique, and making a game like this out of a Souls game is also a unique idea. It doesn't mean you should do it, but it does mean it's unique. I think it's a bad idea. Again, this could have been a DLC. Night Rain absolutely could have been a DLC, because I think the only new assets are going to be the new player animations and player movement, and then the handful of new bosses. And by handful, I mean probably less than 20. Because I said before, if we're saying the B team got Dark Souls 2, then the S team is working on Night Rain. That's what I've said. If we're saying the B team got DS2, then we got the S team on Night Rain. Because this does not look like it has any, like, this does not look remotely high quality at all. So yeah. Did I hear hating? I was once a hater, wants to put me in a correctional facility. Yeah. Souls games should never gotten this popular. That's what I've always told Taha in chat. I said, literally the worst thing to ever happen to the Souls community was the monolithic success of Elden Ring. It was the worst thing to ever happen, by far. Let's just use this. What happened to From Software was the worst thing that can happen to any developer with a lot of promise. You got popular. Oh, that's a command grab. Does that kill me? This weapon is so dumb. Ah, got him. GG's. Tough fight. Yeah, like the worst thing to ever happen to the Souls community was the monolithic success of Elden Ring, because we have, like in the Discord we call them Elden Ring tards. I'm not gonna lie, it's just people that think Elden Ring is the greatest thing ever because it's usually their first Souls game. It's a lot of people's first. I'm so glad my first was Bloodborne, but you'll kind of notice a trend with these people, and that is, one, they are extremely offended by Bloodborne's very existence, and two, they think Elden Ring is the greatest thing of all time. Three, they usually share something in common with DS1 glazers, which is, as far as I can tell, they all think that the first release of Demon Souls was the remake and not the original, because they say Dark Souls 1 is the first Souls game for some reason. As far as I can tell, these people think that the Demon Souls remake is the first release of that game. As far as I can tell, I've yet to see any evidence to prove me wrong. Because the amount of people that say, "Oh, Dark Souls 1, first Souls game," it's like, no, it's not. It's not the first Souls game, and it's also not better than Demon Souls. Making a DLC with a lot of people who don't have access to the game. Also regarding the price, I don't know. I don't see any way at all Night Rain should be more than $30. There's no way. There's no way. Absolutely not. There's just no way Night Rain should be more than $30. Again, I think they should have made Night Rain a $20 DLC. Would have been fine. Who cares? What does it matter? And a lot of people who don't have access to the main game. And your point is, what do you mean don't have access to the main game? This game sold 30 million copies, dude. This game sold almost 40 million copies. They updated it. This game sold like 35 million copies we're talking about here. It's fine. Make it a DLC. I promise you it's okay. Didn't Shadow of the Erdtree sell like they sold like 10 million copies of Shadow of the Erdtree, or 10 million units of Shadow of the Erdtree? Like, it would have been fine. I promise it would have been okay. I will not speak on DS1. I simply will not. For I am I'm a through and through DS1 hater. I will not ban anyone who likes DS1, but I am a DS1 hater. I think the world design in DS1 is the best in the entire series. It's incredible. It is the most impressive thing. Everything else in that game is absolutely abysmal. I just don't like it. It's fine. If people like DS1, that's fine. I don't like it. It is what it is. Yeah, like on the totem pole, I think Elden Ring is the second worst Souls game. I think Dark Souls 1's the worst. But here's the thing. I enjoy all these games because I go back and replay them often. All of them. Every single one of them. Well, except for Elden Ring. I don't go back to Elden Ring unless I feel like I need to. But yeah, moral of the story, I get it. Making Night Rain a DLC could have locked people out of it. But again, we're talking about a game that sold over 30 million copies and sold over 10 million units of the DLC. Come on, dude. It doesn't matter. It's fine. It would be okay. Night Rain gameplay not be very average. Elden Ring player? Well, yeah, but I mean, do you think people who don't like Elden Ring are going to pick up Night Rain? Like that, like, I get what you're saying, but do you think people who don't already like Elden Ring are going to pick up Night Rain? There'll be like, what, 6 people that do that? Like, I don't see what you're getting at. I promise you the same people who are going to pick up Night Rain, already really like Souls games. I promise you. Considering that their biggest sales pitch for Night Rain is literally, dude, you get to fight bosses from previous Souls games in this. Something tells me they know their core audience. Something tells me they know who's buying this game. Okay. Let's not act like we're drawing an entire new audience with Night Rain, because we're definitely not. We got the same audience playing this game, which does make me say, you better make sure solo play is a viable option, because I don't imagine your netcode is going to be particularly good for this video game, and your entire community, including myself, has the mindset of we need to beat these bosses solo, no summons. So, Yeah, might want to make sure that solo play is viable. Just a thought. Basically, right? Yeah, I guess that's kind of like the the police department in RE2. I need to finish RE2. It's just something I never got back to. What should I use? We'll use this. I like the 7-coil sword. Deus Ex Machina is good for Victor. Excuse me, fellas. But yeah, I see what you're. Oh, I thought I got on the ladder. I wasn't even looking. Like, ow! What the fuck? What the fuck? Back to the bonfire. Jesus, there's a lot of damage. Do not smite me immediately, I beg of you. What are your thoughts on breaking the Elden Ring War by incorporating DS3 bosses? Night Rain's in a separate universe anyway. It can do whatever it wants. It's not canon to main Elden Ring universe. Are you shitting me? Night Rain's in a separate universe anyway, so it doesn't matter. I will say, if there's one thing I'm hoping for in Night Rain, I will look the other way on Night Rain if they finally put Godwyn in there as a boss. If we get Godwyn or Golem-Eyed Queen, but especially Godwyn, I'll look the other way. I'll say, you know what? It's fine. If we get Godwyn, like I said, I'll turn a blind eye to it. I was like, well, you know, it's just not for everybody. I'll change my tone real quick. See, but yeah, as a whole, like, what I think about the lore, I don't give a shit. I don't think Elden Ring's lore is like one of the better ones in the first place. Like, I think every other Souls game has better lore than Elden Ring, with the exception of like Godwyn. I think that every other Souls game has better lore, especially since, like, with Consort Radahn, you know, being the centerpiece of Miquella's master plan instead of Godwyn, stuff in the lore has kind of stopped making sense. Like, the Battle of Aeonia just does not make nearly as much sense as it did before Shadow of the Erdtree. I feel that for the DLC. Some of the areas were. Cerulean Coast was, like, barren, zero content at all. However, I think that layering the DLC like that, you know, making it vertical, was way more interesting. I think the Shadow Tree fragment system was, like, I think it was good. You know, a lot of people hated it, but here's the thing. Here's what was so interesting about the Shadow Tree fragment system. In the base game, a lot of people were saying, give me a reason to go out into the world and explore. Give me a reason to find this stuff. And that was a big criticism. I criticized it for that too. And then in the DLC, we got the Shadow Tree fragment system. And then people were like, what are you talking about? I have to explore the world. What do you mean? I don't want to do that. Like, it's just, come on now, pick a side. Is it gonna phase transition him? No. This will though. Are you having a hiccup right now? I have Tourette's. I'm twitching.
The new world belongs to us.
Oh, too early. Or too late. The R2s on this are just faster than the R1s. Crazy. Oh, he missed me. That's so sad. Nope. How did, what? I keep missing that. That's not good. That's not good. Ah! Nope, not gonna get me on that. Back off. Oh, I thought I had enough for my my super move. Stings, doesn't it? Thank you, Tobey Maguire. I'm getting flustered. Gotta calm down. He's cooked. And goodbye. That's pretty good for New Game Plus 3, yeah? Wasn't bad. Yeah, Taha, do you approve? Jesus. No, I don't have the hiccups though. I have Tourette's. It's a tick I picked up recently. I don't really know like when I picked up the tick, or rather how I picked it up, but I just have a tendency to do it. According to Taha, I've been doing it for weeks, but I only noticed it like a week ago. But according to him, I've been doing it for a long time. Let's see here. Nice conflict when you find no way. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, on my most recent replay of Elden Ring, I always say, like, I don't think that Elden Ring is particularly fun as long as you're doing the open world. Like, when I did my replay of it, I, like, told myself, okay, I am going to specifically, lock myself into a region. I'm not leaving until I do all the content here. And that kind of turns it into more of a linear experience. So that's how I managed to get through it. And otherwise, I wouldn't have done it. So yeah. Have you heard news about a new Avatar cartoon series? I did, and I love how now we knew the obvious. Korra doomed the world. We just know now. We knew it before, but like whatever. Now we know it for sure. Thank you, Korra. Appreciate it. I never liked that show. Like I guess. Okay, as a kid, I had two shows that I loved a lot. Two cartoons. Well, I had a lot, but specifically two. And it was Dragon Ball Z and Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now, before I had Dragon Ball, I had Avatar. And then I found out about The Legend of Korra. And I was so... I was so excited for an Avatar sequel. And at first, even as a kid, I was like, well, you know, first season wasn't great, but I'm sure it'll get better. It did not. It just kept getting worse. It's just, I hated it. And I never finished it. I never finished Korra. I don't have the stomach for it. However, they did do the smart thing, which is, if your show is facing criticism and it is controversial, if there's one genius thing you can do, it is make your main character gay in the last episode, and then you will escape all criticism. Listen, I have a boyfriend. All right, I can make this. I can say this. All right, listen, I'm being honest here. I'm not the type to hide it. I'm not gonna hide it. Yeah, that's exactly how you avoid criticism. I noticed on the recent stream. Yeah, I know one I had a while back was I picked up a tendency of saying brother the way Mimir does in God of War. That was a tick I had for a long time. I don't even know when I got rid of it, but I know I had it for a while. Like I said, I don't know how long I had it, but I know I had it for a while. I would say it as an example, but if I say it, I'm worried I'll pick it back up as a tick, so I'm not going to. Yeah, I mean, it was clearly just something done to kind of escape criticism on the show, because nobody really liked the show that much, or most people didn't. I mean, Korra was. I mean, listen, I hate to use this term, but Korra was a Mary Sue. She always was. And I don't know what this new Avatar will be. I hope it'll be better, but I mean, it's got to be better than Korra. It simply has to be.
Ciao, brother. But you got among the athletes. Please. That's right. Ignore this. I won't now.
Also, I haven't said anything about it in this stream, but I mean, P is just like the best looking character in video games, right? Like P is really hot. It's not just me, right? No, like, it's not just me who sees it. Surely it's not. I know I'm not alone, but like, he's like really hot. I'm just saying. Yeah, usually my tics are like facial twitches, head twitches. That's usually what it is. It's not usually verbal. It's part of the reason why I could never do why I could never do face cam. It's because at any given time I have a lot of facial tics. Yeah. Every now and then I pick up a verbal one and keep it for a while though. Alright, let's see what other outfit can we do. That's not bad. No. That's not bad. I like this one. No. I like this one on P. No, I like the way P looks in that new DLC trailer, bro. Jesus. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, bro. That trailer just had me fiending at a Souls trailer. Come on now. That's not supposed to happen. Yeah. Bro, I'm not supposed to be fiending at a Souls trailer. That's not supposed to happen. Yeah, exactly. I was watching that trailer and I just said, Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused. What should I do for this? I guess we'll use this weapon for a bit. I mean, this is the best weapon in the game. In fact, yeah, this is the best weapon in the game. We're taking it against the green monster. We're taking this thing against green monster for sure. Yeah, I know. I mentioned it in like 4 daily updates, Jackson. Shows that he doesn't watch the daily updates, chat. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Okay, there's no easy way to say this, but it's a public.
Alright, Jiminy. Alright, let's just... where is it at? This one. Yes, perfect. We need a specific Jiminy slider. Can we get a Jiminy slider? Ooh. In the audio menu? Ah, too early. Way too early. Jesus. Ooh, got him. But yeah, we need a specific audio slider for Jiminy. One that I can turn down permanently. Oh, it's good. I don't know. Pop that before the dog. Oh, he's gonna. Okay, cool. I got attacked by a terrorist. Wonderful. Is that mean? That might be mean. Whatever. Taha, you give me a pass, right? Chat? Taha? Can I get a pass, please? Ugh! Dad said no, rip. Ow. Bitch. No, don't kill me! Said stop, don't kill me! I love that video. I can't. And you know what you said? The dog ran up on me and exploded. He suicide bombed me, and I said, I got attacked by a terrorist. So surely I get a pass on that, right, Taha? Does that reach from here? God, consumables in this game are so broken. Yeet. Yeet. Consumables in this game are really good, you know that? Ow, bear trap. I didn't see it to the last second. Oh, I'd be the authority on that. Well, you and Pichu can both clear me, okay? You and Pichu can both clear me. No. Throw. I'll get him eventually. And eat. Oh, he's dead. I'm gonna have to go see Consumable Man and Black Rabbit Brotherhood area. Oh, this boss. I guess he's not a boss here. He's a regular enemy now. I think this guy's difficulty gets a little bit overblown, you know? Oh, he did the up close version. Ah, dude, the foaminess recovery animation is so long. What do you mean? Why did it travel so slow that time? Come on, dude. Deflect. Which most puppets in this game are not as hard as people make them out to be because, I mean, foaminess. It does this. 2k damage. Oh, his stuff's faster. Yeah, his stuff's a little bit faster. That's what it is. Because normally when he does that little normally when he does that, like he moves a little bit slower in the air. He doesn't like move quite as fast. This one's timings are a little bit different than the one on Rosa Isabel Street. Because when he does like the jumping belly block attack like that, it moves a little bit slower. Yeah, I mean this the green monster in this area, he's like he might not be the worst. Is he the worst boss? I don't know. Phase 1 of him might be. He's one of the worst bosses in the game. Him or the second to last boss. And there's one thing that Liza P will absolutely hates. It is well, it's one thing, walls. Two, like going for a second attack, because animation, like you just don't get out of animations in this game. Animations are so long. Ow. Yeah, animations in this game are just so long, you just don't get out of them. It's not like Sekiro. Like in Sekiro, you can greed for something because you can block cancel out of most of your animations. Can't do that in Liza P. Phase 1 of Green Monster is terrible. It's awful. It's one of the worst fights in the game. Like it's like Robber Weasel, Manus, and like Phase 1 Green Monster are the three worst bosses. Yeah, I would say Green Monster, Manus, and Robert Weasel are all like the worst bosses in Liza P. Like none of those are like. Oh, my bad. I mean, I tried to mute it, but I didn't think I'd get the button in time. Need a tissue. Yeah, Manus. There's a boss in this named Simon Manus. I couldn't remember his name in my first playthrough, so I think I just called him Mr. Anus or something. Yeah. Mr. Anus is not very good. Like, specifically his second phase is just ass. Second phase Manus is just bad. Phase 1 Green Monster is bad. They kind of have the same, like, very similar issues. And Robert Weasel sucks. Yeah, Mad Donkey sucks a lot, yeah. When does DLC drop for this game? Summer. Don't know anything besides summer. Which I imagine we're going to get a release date on Monday. That's my guess. Okay, this guy's tough. I must smite him immediately. Oh my god, chill. Ah, I didn't run into it. Yeah, block that, idiot. 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 Yeah, Lies of P is a really tough game until you start using the Legion arm. Yeah, Lies of P New Game Plus is more like DS2 New Game Plus. It's actually different. You get more upgrades on New Game Plus and New Game Plus 2. You get new P organ phases on New Game Plus and New Game Plus 2 in Lies of P. Aladoro's around here, yeah.
Those damn alchemists. Terms of bargain. Almost intolerable. Oh, don't. In fairness, they say I have a catch you. You're a worthy.
Eh. I don't need to use any, so I don't need to keep any boss souls. I've got both the talismans and the weapons for them. This portion of the game, this was probably around the halfway point. I would say this is about halfway. Lies of P is not a very short game. Lies of P is on the longer side. Okay. Polandina. Oh, I gotta go talk to Jared. That sound is my phone. That's not me. That one is my phone. I gotta go talk to Jared. Hello, Jared Leto.
Even if I leave the I'll make the Stalker.
Okay.
The cure isn't exactly.
Not Drake songs. Do we have to play Not Like Us to counterbalance it? Let's see. But yeah, I would say this is right around the middle of the game. Oh yeah, Jackson, Caratella is back on FF16. He fought Bahamut, thought it was neat, but he thought it was cool, but I mean, then I told him, like, yeah, fun part of the game is officially behind you. 16 is about to become just absolutely miserable. Even Jackson doesn't deny how, like, that this back part of 16 is bad. Even a man who does not know ball like Jackson can admit that the back half of 16 is rough.
At the house.
Oh no, I have to give him the cure for Antonia.
I believe the possibility. What would you choose? I see that you don't wish. Is that I will just.
The story in the back part of 16 is terrible. Oh wait, what?
No matter what they serve, you're welcome.
Dude, I wasn't even paying attention. I chose the wrong dialogue option. Oops. I was not even paying attention, I'll be honest. Oops, whatever.
No matter what serving, welcome.
Not getting another chance at that. Whatever. Nah, 16's combat is not decent. 16's combat at best is lackluster. At absolute best. That's bad. You set out to be like Devil May Cry, and your combat system peaked out at lackluster. Like, honestly, I always say for games, like, if you're not confident you can make a good enough action system, then just make it turn-based. That's like for 16, if they were not confident that they could make a good action system, then why didn't you just make your game turn-based? What would have been lost if you did that? Nothing. But no, no, absolutely not. Not happening. I find better things to waste my time on. Thank you very much. See, I don't know. Leviathan's powers are cool, but like, I mean, they cannot save. They cannot save 16's combat. Nothing can. Literally nothing can. Like, to fix 16's combat issues, you would have to tear the whole game apart and start putting it back together again. Like, the problem with 16 is, like, you can style in 16. However, you will do no damage. You will spend 5 minutes to kill a single goblin if you style on the enemy. That's like that's an issue. You will spend 5 minutes to kill a goblin because the abilities that make it look cool will not do damage. They will not. And that's the thing in DMC, the optimal way to in DMC it's like to kill enemies is to style on them. That's the optimal way to do it. In 16, if you're going for style points, it will be the longest level of your life because you will never kill the enemy.
Hey, did the glove?
He's happy.
Really? Gloves? We could have. I won't. No thanks.
I don't think cooldowns wouldn't have fixed it. I get it. You say watch the modded gameplay. I get that. It would not have fixed it because at the end of the day, you have a 4-hit combo. I don't give a fuck if you take off the timings or not the cooldowns. I don't care. It wouldn't matter. It's irrelevant. It is completely irrelevant. The problem is tying parts of Clive's moveset that he should always have to specific abilities. That's the problem. Parts of his moveset that you should always have access to are tied to abilities. Does not matter. Like, I prefer the combat system in FF7, 8, 9, not 12. Absolutely not 12. 12 is like, I just like, you sold that on shelves for $60 knowing it wasn't even a video game. That's crazy. You sold that on shelves for $60 knowing you didn't even play the video game when you bought it. That's insane. Jackson, you're always wrong. That's the thing. I don't care what you say. You're always wrong anyway. 12 story is good. 12 story is really good. The characters were interesting. The setting was interesting. 12's gameplay is like, again, I can't even like. Again, I can't believe you would sell that on shelves for $60. I can't even believe that. Like I've said it before, but Yakov, Jackson, you and Yakov are like you two have the consistently worst takes on gaming. Like, you have more consistently terrible takes than anyone I've ever seen. You and Yakov do. I don't know how you do it. Like, I find myself being baffled at how it's possible to be that wrong that often. And I'm not trying to be mean or be an asshole. I'm not. But it's like, again, I don't understand how you do it. Like, it just seems almost impossible to be that wrong that often, to literally almost never be right on something. Yeah, Caratello abbreviates things weird. Whenever I'm DMing him, he always abbreviates things weirdly. It must be this younger generation, you know? Like, you know the meme of, like, do such and such, or draw the whole deck on an Uno card? It's like, have a decent gaming take, or draw the whole deck. And then Jackson sitting there with the whole deck of cards in his hand. Like I said, just consistently wrong about everything. It's impressive. Wow, that hurt a lot. Ooh, ooh. 12 stories. I think it was always interesting. I mean, 16 story in the first part is really, like, the first half is really good. The first third of 16 is incredible. The first half as a whole is really good. The second third is kind of hit or miss up to Bahamut, and then after Bahamut it's just miss after miss after miss after miss. Wrong button! Wrong arm! And then you get to the DLCs, and the DLCs are actually pretty good. Ow. Ow. God, okay, I love this game, but I hate how every single enemy has market delays. I hate it so much. It's like, why can't I ever just, like, simply fight an enemy? Why do they all have to have market delays? It's just no fun. What's it? What are you even? I'm just not even gonna attempt to read that, Cartel. Barney B. Yeah, I mean, get used to that. It happens a couple times. I hate 16. I'm telling you, it's not the worst game I've ever played, but it is my least favorite game of all time. It is my least favorite game. There's no game I hate like I hate 16. I have like just pure vitriolic ire in my veins for 16. Don't kill me. Yeah. If we talk about it any longer, I'm going to start ranting about how much the game sucks. Which, okay, last thing, again, 16 does not suck, okay? I wish 16 was a bad game. I wish to God it was worse. Because if the game just flat out sucked complete ass, I could write it off as being a bad game. But it's worse than being bad. It's mid. And being mid is way worse than being bad. I would trade anything to just make 16 a bad game so I could pretend so I could just ignore it and act like it never came out. Boom. Boom. Big shock. Yes, it tingle scrap. Rap pop 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 pop. Sick beep pop beep. And a boom 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 boom. And start to tingle scrap. Rap pop 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 pop. Sick beep pop beep. And a boom 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 boom. Yeah, skibbity. Like when Joe Biden accidentally said skibbity at one time. That was funny. Oh, God, not you again. Do it again. Oh, it didn't. Boom. Man's not hot. There you go. Got him. He didn't like actually say skibbity. He said like he was stuttering as he usually does. He goes, "What? A skibbity?" He's trying to say "excuse me," but then he went, "A skibbity," like that, right? He shook his head and said, "You can't see me." He shook his head and said, "Skibbity," like that, right there. He's trying to say "excuse me," but it sounded like he said "skibbity." We're talking about Joe Biden saying skibbity. Yeah, clap. We gotta clap them cheeks, brother.
I think if I make human friends someday, you may not. If I make you may not.
I appreciate it. I love having all the emotes so that way I can just get through that quickly. We're close to Green Monster now. You gotta clap P's cheeks, brother. Chat, we thirst over P. I won't lie. We do. We do be thirsting over P. It's true. I'll confess. I'll confess, we do thirst over P. Eliza P modded run. I don't know. I don't really. I gotta buy a new. I gotta buy new storage for my PC because it's full. And then I gotta buy Liza P. Which he knows when I do. When I'll do because I've just got a lot of bills. Oh, it's an item over there. I can't just dude, I can't just drop money to buy any game on PC. I just can't do it. Can't get my parents to do it either. It's just, I got bills to pay. The life of being a grown-ass man. Alright. I'll come back and loot this area later. I gotta go around and shut off that ballista. I need to put another fire weapon back on. I don't know. This thing might do. This weapon itself might not be the greatest thing ever, but the range on this is so nutty. Again, I'll say it. This is how I would have liked to have Orphan of Cause's placenta work as a weapon. Like the R2s on this. Like how, if you got it as a weapon, you just sling it out from your wrist the way Orphan does. Would have been so cool. Make sure there's no enemies coming. Just turn and start swinging with this thing. Make sure there's no enemies. Nice plunging attack. Yeah, I tried. And by that I mean it was a complete accident. I was trying to do the running attack. That, but yeah. Then I stepped off the little ledge and ended up plunging. There's a break in one of these, right? In one of these bridges? Alright, see you, Jackson. You're gonna miss me hating on Green Monster. Big sad. Okay, wait a sec, just wait for him to turn over this way. And boom. 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 No, stop that. Ow. This thing is so stupid. The range on this thing is so good. So yeah, I wish Souls games had more unique weapons like what Liza P does. I get it, there's the thing with Souls games is there's a lot of weapons, there's 100, like including the DLCs, 300 weapons in Elden Ring or whatever. I get that. However, never heard anybody put a little bit more effort into them. Because the only Souls game with like actual effort put into the weapons is Bloodborne, and I guess the prosthetics in Sekiro, but just Bloodborne and DS2. But again, DS2 is not a Miyazaki game, so that kind of explains it. Fuck! I should have got the shortcut first. I will say that's a dumb, cheap death for this game to get on people. That is a dumb, cheap death. That's one I never approve of. Yeah, like, the only weapons outside of Bloodborne that have any effort put into them are the paired weapons in DS3 mostly do. None of the... I would say literally none of the Elden Ring weapons have any extra, like, care put into any of them. None of them at all. But the paired weapons in DS3 do. A lot of the weapons in DS2 do. And I guess the prosthetics in Sekiro. But other than that, nothing else has any effort put into them. Why'd you leave my Discord? I mean, what was I doing in there anyway? I didn't really see a need to be in there. It's just a channel Discord anyway. I didn't really see a need to be in there. Considering any question you have, you DM it to me. There's no point in me being in the Discord. Let's get the shortcut first. Do that. School, or do I give it all to L? I don't know. Use it for school, I guess. I don't take handouts, chat. However, I will take that $2,500 that Musk and Trump are talking about. Got it. Yeah, I don't like to take handouts, but I will take that $2,500 from Musk and Trump. This right here might be the most random area in the entire video game, by the way. This weird little boulder area. This is such a random zone. Like, there are very few times in Lies of P when I just straight up detect level padding. However, this is one of those times. Ow. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make that butterfly right there spawn right back in front of me because we're going to quit out. I don't know if the quit out trick works in this game, but we're going to try it. Yeah, there's not much in this game that really feels like straight up level padding, but this is one of them this is one of the things that kind of does feel like level padding. Just the random rolling boulder area. Doesn't make a ton of sense, I'll be honest with you. Did you spawn back right here with me? Oh, you did. Thank you so much. A true Souls-like. Thank you. Yeah, this section is just so weird, man. Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, that was so sad. A lesser man would rage there, not me, chat. It's gonna hit me? Oh, it didn't. Ah. It's gonna hit him, though. Poor guy. Get shit on. Ow. You shan't rage for yesterday's state. I mean, I just don't really have much rage in me for video games. I got mad at Consort Radon, but outside of that, like I don't really rage at video games. I just don't really rage very often at anything. Well, not at anything in a video game. Because at the end of the day, it does not affect my life. So it does not make me that mad. Oh, there's a rune bear in here. I remember that. There's a rune bear, like, right up here. Toro. Treat him like a charger in Helldivers. Got him. Alright. So now, this is the hardest enemy in the game, if you're not sure. Taha, I'm sure, knows the enemy that's right around the corner here. This is the hardest enemy in the game, like, by far. Like, not even. I don't know, maybe not the hardest. He's one of the hardest enemies. Let me go ahead and get him out of the way. Yeah, he's a grappler. Ah, I forgot about that. Or I forgot that attack was a grab anyway. Ah. Spam Fulminous. I'm telling you, if you don't spam Fulminous on that guy, he's like one of the worst enemies in the game. One of the hardest enemies by far. Again, Liza P is pretty difficult until you upgrade the Legion arm. Then it is significantly less difficult. Oh, you're tanky. Okay, got that. Alright, that's done. Now it's time to take out the ballista on this, and then we can actually go loot this area down here. Owl Doctor's around here somewhere, yeah? Yeah, he's in that little hut right there. Fulminus will also take care of the puppets of the future. Fulminus is just the best thing on puppets. It's so useful. Okay, Gotin. Do I have to go down this way? This is the way to Green Monster, I know. Yeah, that takes me down to Green Monster. I don't need to be there yet. Okay, so this is back around this way, yeah. Nice. Yeah, we'll kill Green Monster and then we might stop for the day. No sense in dragging this out for too long. No. Is this the thing that finally stops the pitchfork puppets? Just the range of Puppet Ripper? Makes sense, I guess, if you can knock them out of it from across the room. The R2s on this thing stagger really well. He can destroy this, can he? I don't know if he can. Can he? What happens if he walks into it? Does he break it? Yeah, he can. Look at that juice. Ah, boom. Ah! Got him. Okay, cool. Now, this one. Thank you. Alright, can you come destroy this for me? I like how in the randomizer mod, it shrinks these guys down whenever they get randomized into an area. Why are you so tanky? Stop. Okay, can I... lure him over this way? Yeah. Also, note, hey, FromSoft, take note. I'm fighting a big boss, and the camera zoomed out. What a concept. Ha! Okay. Oh, Moonstone. Nice. Alright, one more. Come destroy this one for me, buddy. Come on. Follow the leader, big fella. No, you can come over this way. Oh, he can't. Oh, too bad. I guess he can't come over this way. His aggro doesn't go this far. I guess not. Whatever. It's probably nothing like a ergo chunk in there or something, or another puppet enemy. Whatever. That's a nice 4K. You know, Taha, I was gonna recommend you a movie when I woke up this morning, but then I remembered that I'm not supposed to recommend you things. Because I watched it last night with my partner, and it was very, very good. I mean, it's okay. It is very, very different than any of the other stuff I've recommended in the past. Okay. Jesus, but yeah. I won't do it. I won't do it. Yeah, it was a great movie though. God knows it was so good. That's teleported. Cool. Okay. Time to... I guess it's time to go do the green monster. Why you're edging me? Oh, what, the movie? It's called Saltburn. I'd never heard of it, but it was really good. Came out in 2023. I had never heard of the movie before. I had no idea what it was about, but it was really good. It was excellent. It was an absolutely excellent movie, for sure. Okay, this is Owl Doctor down here. Do that, thank you. You know, his weapon is technically unique because you can't get, like, the saw to be that small. So it's technically a unique weapon. It's probably a hot take there. No. This movie's just good.
Ah, this must be quite an urgent patient. You must trust me. No vital signs. You must be dead. I'll dispose of you properly.
Yeah, this guy's unique. You can't get his moveset or his weapon or anything like that. Because he fights with the, you know, the knife in the other hand. One of the few, like, actually unique stalkers.
What was her name? I don't recall.
Wrong weapon. Wrong attack. Now get the visceral. Thank you. Yeah, this one's not a hot take, I don't think. I'm pretty sure the movie is just considered to be good.
All should end while they're still humans.
Oh, I can't change my arms on the fly. I was about to put Aegis on. Yeah, I like the way this guy fights. I'm sad he just can't get his moveset.
I remember now. My Adelina.
Huh. That's cool. That's a unique. That's a unique moveset. I wish we got that. So I'll add that with Luxasia's weapon as cool things in Liza P that you never get. Oh, I don't have any heals. This is bad. No, don't kill me, please. I'm begging. Which you couldn't parry spam in Sekiro, but it kind of trivializes most encounters to some extent. Yeah, some of them, for sure. I mean, every now and then, okay, like, I don't really end up deflect spamming in Sekiro too often because, I mean, I just know the game well enough at this point, but I mean, every now and then, even when I'm playing the game, I'll, like, you know, I'll be fighting a boss, and they'll do something to kind of trip me up, and I'm just, just gonna go with the classic spam. Okay, pop that, thank you. And Liza P, you can't really do that though, because the parry timing on Liza P is so much more precise than Sekiro. You can't deflect spam in this game because when you do, you get into the situation that I was just in, where you just get hit on everything. It's not really viable in this game. Which again, I think Liza P is, again, until you start using the Legion arm, it's the hardest Souls game. Until you get the Legion arms upgraded. And some of the Legion arms do just suck. Like, Pandemonium just sucks, flat out. It's just not useful. But, like, for the rest of them, It's just like it's as simple as, do you have it upgraded? Okay, well you probably win most encounters because all you need is Deus Ex Machina or Falcon Eyes, and you can just win most encounters with that alone. You don't really need anything too specific. Aegis is good too. I don't use Aegis as often, but it is very, very good. I'm gonna try and get all my stats to 100 for the DLC. Okay. Do I need Aegis for this fight? Flamberge just takes too long to be useful, is its problem. Just takes too long to be good. Take the screwdriver off. I don't need that. Okay. Give me this. Okay, so I hate this boss, by the way. This one that we're about to do, I hate this one. I don't think this boss is very fun. And most people don't like this boss. Or at least not the first phase of him. Most people don't like his first phase. Which I agree with. This first phase sucks. I do have his timings pretty well, because I've died to this guy a lot. Haha, I knew I was out of range of that. Oh, I didn't get that, hello? What do you mean that he just didn't hit him on that? Oh, I didn't change my my grinder to fire, whatever. I forgot about that last swing, I'll be honest. I forgot about it again, or I'd rather I mistimed it. Oh, what? That's a new attack. I've never seen him do that before. Outpace the decay. Or not? Okay, cool. I hate this guy. I hate his timings. Hate this guy. Now he's much more fun. His timings are delayed. Too early. Too early. God, you just can't get out of any animations in this game. That was a deflect. You're shitting me, video game. That was a deflect. No, not that button. This button. Fuck. Ah, I hate this guy. Just delays and delays and delays, and every single attack is delayed, and he takes a billion years to do anything. Nothing is in the timing that it should be. Like, just delay after delay after delay. Alright, come here, you. Where you at? Give me that. Like, I get it. You do kind of have... You have to have delays on a lot of attacks, because otherwise you get a situation like half the DS3 bosses where there's nothing to worry about, because it's pretty... Because the second they start moving, you know they're going to... Like, the second they start moving, you know they're going to attack, so you just dodge as soon as they start. But, again, it just does not feel very good when every single attack is a Margit attack. Oh, fuck you. What? Instant decay? Instant decay? Alright, cool, dude. Oh, you can't bone out of boss fights? This game sucks. You can't homeward bone out of bosses. Cool. Ugh. God, dude, this fight sucks. I hate this guy. This is easily the worst fight in the game. Easily. Not even close. This is the worst. Oh, God, this stupid attack. Very cool. Cool attack. Appreciate it. Awesome. It's a good attack. Ship it. Ship the game. It's good. Why, oh, dude, that the input gets eaten on that shield attack so often. Okay. So my strat for the tunnel attack is pick a god and pray, I guess. Oh, I missed it, whatever. Doesn't matter that much. Nope. Video game, you gonna eat my input on that? Really? Cool. Appreciate it, video game. Dude, this fight is such absolute fucking ass. Dude, it's eating the input every time. Just eats the input. What am I supposed to do? It's really, really good to play a game when it's actively working against me and eating all my inputs. Okay, it worked that time. Of course, after it wasted like a couple of my Estus, then it worked. This boss fight is the worst. This is the worst boss in the game. Yes, Chad, I love not being able to get out of a single animation in this game. I love not being able to cancel any of my animations. It's so fun. It's always what I look forward to in an action game. No, you don't. Cool. Appreciate it, video game. Awesome stuff. Love how clear the tells are that he's obviously going to go for another jump and that there is no tell for it. Alright. Oh, that's right, you can't do that. That one's on me. Command grab. We'll not get hit by that. That's me. Too early. Ow. Got weird timings on the jumps, man. Misread that. Alright, he's dead. God, that fight sucks. That fight is trash, dude. That is like... That is some DS1 level garbage.
The last hero weapon Heaven is in my hands. I knew where you have my thanks. See you at the hotel.
This game has such a big problem with input eating. It happens all the time. Like, this game has that problem more than any other Souls game. Because, like, it's an issue across a lot of Souls games, but this game's got it the worst by far. Yeah, I think that's definitely like one of the worst boss. That's definitely the worst boss in the game. Definitely. I don't know. Maybe I'll hate Manus more when I get back to him because they're both like pretty close in terms of how terrible they are, but that one's really bad.
I know my way.
No. Now the golden you see just after all. I just find it the way.
At the house.
Excuse me. Yeah, just fight just sucks. All there is to it. According to Jackson, it's one of the best in the game, though. He's delusional. I would drop the R slur, but that might be a bit harsh on him.
I found. It'll always remind. A great weapon.
Alright. Let's get to the next Stargazer in the, this next area, whatever it is. But yeah. Just the worst. Just the worst. Ugh. Yeah, we've been going for a little over 2 hours. Like, I'm not going to pretend like I didn't make mistakes in that fight, because I definitely did. I won't deny it, but, like, the fight also just sucks. And this game just has a delayed... This game has, like, a specific delayed attack issue, where, like, the attack startup is so long and takes absolutely forever, but then when the attack comes out, like, it's literally, like, it's the animation, like, I wonder if they even animated it, or if a model just snaps into position, because the attacks come out so fast once they finally move. Like, I honestly can't even tell if they animated some of this stuff, or if it's like in Johnny Test where they used the whip cracks to get around animating stuff. Like, I wonder if it's just like that. With how fast some of those animations come out. Like, there's got to be a balance somewhere in there. Because, like, they'll wind up, which is, like, wind up, wind up, wind up, wind up, wind up, instant attack animation. Like, instantaneous. I'm gonna have to stick with bone cutting saw blade. Again, that's a Lies of Peace specific issue. I've never seen any of the Souls games have that kind of problem. Where, like, again, they wind up, wind up, wind up, wind up, wind up, and then the attack is like blink in the blink of an eye, instantaneous. If you blink, you won't see it. Like I said, it really reminds me of how they use the whip cracks in Johnny Test. That's the closest comparison I can think of. Elden Ring has it on occasion, but nowhere near as often as this game does. Like, it is mostly a Liza P specific issue. And I do think it, like, actively works against the experience of this, which I think that's part of, like, what makes me say that the bosses in this game aren't very good. It's because they all have that. All the bosses. All the stalkers. Most of the mini-bosses. They all have it. And it's just, it makes the game feel so exhausting. Fall damage in this game is crazy. This is some Witcher 3 fall damage. Yeah, it's just like I don't understand, like, why, because that's not intuitive. When they wind up for that long, and then when the attack finally comes out, it's that fast. It's not intuitive. It makes it feel, chat, I'm gonna say the word. I'm gonna say the word, janky. It makes it feel super janky to play against. Oh, I thought, okay, I was trying to roll like it was burn. Yeah. The only way I can describe it when that happens, again, it's just jank. It's the only way I can describe it. Which, again, is why Bloodborne and Sekiro are way better than this game. They're just better. Just better games. Again, I go back and forth on if I like Liza P more than Dark Souls 2 and Demon Souls. I go back and forth on... Not Dark Souls. Yeah, Liza P. If I like Liza P more than DS2 and Demon Souls, I go back and forth on that a lot. Like, it's either my third, fourth, or fifth favorite game. Third, fourth, fifth favorite Souls game. But I can say that DS2 and Demon Souls don't ever annoy me like that. They don't ever annoy me like how, like, some of the enemies in this game do. The enemies in this game are specifically annoying. Okay. I'll go ahead and put my stuff back on now. Aegis I don't really need anymore. I want Falcon Eyes. Deus Ex. I will actually keep Aegis. Flamberge just takes too long to be useful. I want this thing, and I want not that. This. For the heavy attack. And then I want this, because it's fire. I just played the game too often. Like, it's an issue that really comes up, like, when you bounce between Souls games a lot, you just see the clear difference in, like, enemy design. You see the clear difference in the quality of the enemy design. Like, again, I love this game. I do. However, I do not love this game for its enemy or boss design. That's not the reason I like this game, because I think that it is subpar. I think the enemy and boss design is subpar at best. It's an issue that you only really see when you're bouncing between Souls games, and you can really see the difference in the level of competency behind the enemy design. That's when the issue really shows up. Like, if you're just playing Liza P, then obviously you don't know better. like, you know, I bounce between, you know, Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro, Elden Ring, this game, and I can just see the difference in the enemy design. I can just see it. Like, it's just not intuitive is the problem. I don't think the enemy design in Lies of P is intuitive at all. I don't think it feels good to do. I'll play through the station so I can keep yapping. I think that's like my biggest problem with Lies of P's enemy design is it does not feel intuitive. Station's short anyway. It won't take that long to do. That'll hit both? Yep. It's fine. Take that out. I hate this enemy. These things suck. Are you not dead? Really thought that killed him. Yeah. And I guess, like, that probably plays a big part in like why I find Lies of P so difficult. It's that, you know, like, and it's why when I'm playing other Souls games, you know, like, I don't struggle in any other Souls game besides Lies of P. And I haven't in a long time. Like, I didn't struggle in my first playthrough of DS1. I didn't struggle in Demon Souls. I didn't struggle in DS2. I didn't struggle much in Shadow of the Erdtree except for a couple bosses. And that's just because enemy design, you know? I find the Souls enemy design from, you know, the mainline series to be, like, just intuitive enough for me to pick up on what's happening and learn that way. Because I always tell people that once you've played a couple of these Souls games, they're not really that hard. Even new ones, once you've played a couple of them, they're not really that difficult. Because they all kind of feel the same, and because you kind of learn what to look out for with enemy design, and, you know, you learn what's intuitive, what's not. And it just kind of helps, you know, it helps make the game feel good. Lies of P doesn't really have that, and that is kind of an issue. And I would definitely cite it, again, I mention this all the time. Enemy design is this game's biggest problem, without a doubt. You know, they really nailed the enemy variety. There's a lot of different enemies, there's a lot of different mini-bosses, but that doesn't mean a whole lot if none of them are really that good. And I think that's, again, it's Lies of P's biggest shortcoming, is just how amateurish, is that the word I'm looking for? How amateurish the enemy design is in this game? Because it was always an issue in DS3, but in Lies of P, you really can deal with a lot of enemies by just, okay, that. And you can do it in a lot of Souls games too, but specifically in Lies of P. Like, I feel like an issue in Lies of P is it kind of has something similar to Elden Ring in that you're never really learning to get better at Lies of P. You don't really get better at the game. You get better at fighting specific enemies, specific bosses, but you never really get better at Lies of P. I tagged the wall. Oops. Like whenever FromSoft puts out their next mainline Souls game, it's probably not going to be that tough to me, because I know what to look out for in their enemy design, and I know what's intuitive and what's not. So it's just not that tough for me. But again, you don't really have that in this game. So while I think the level design in this game is phenomenal, I think the combat is good, I think the amount of experimentation you get is very good. I think the mechanics are very sound. I think the soundtrack is solid. You know, I think the overall story is good. I like the concept. I like the art style. I think everything in this game is absolute aces, with the exception of enemy design. It's all aces until you get to the enemy design. Oh, can't forget about the MC design too. Absolute peak cinema. What are you throwing? Brother. What am I not throwing? Shot put, sharp pipe. This I don't use very often. Cluster grenade, which this is against Geneva Convention technically. Thermites, saw blade, Jiminy, grinder, fluid bottle, throwing cell, sawtooth wheel. Yeah. Oh, you mean like what am I throwing it like at the decay bubbles, sawtooth wheels, these little things. You buy them for cheap and they're just meant to throw. They're just like little small throwables. Because they're cheap. Yeah, small pebbles found throughout Yarnum can be thrown at foes. Quite thrilling. I wonder if the throwables are like something to kind of make up for the enemy design. Because I feel like they have to know that, like, it's not great. Because these are competent developers. I'm not going to take that away from them. These are competent developers. And I honestly feel like they are aware of how their enemy design is not the greatest. So I wonder if the throwables are kind of like a way out. Because, like, I'm confident they know, but I'm also confident they know they can't really do better at their current level. Because, again, like NeoWiz, Round 8 Studio, whatever these people are, they are not incompetent developers. They are not, at all. So I don't think that the enemy design is something that they were confident in and it just slipped by them. I don't think that. I don't believe that. You know, with as consistently good as these developers are, I would have a very hard time believing that they were confident in their enemy and boss design and it just slipped by them. I really think it's more on the lines of they're aware that they can't really do much better. Like, they don't know how to make it better. I know I'm trashing on your favorite game here, Taha, but am I on base? Am I on base here, Taha? Ow. No, check this out. Ooh. Ooh. Like, you know, it's not like how FromSoft can't understand. Like, it's not like how FromSoft can't understand that PvP is mostly irrelevant in their games and they should really stop wasting effort and balancing around it. Like, I chalk up optimization issues. I chalk up a lot of these things up to developer incompetence for From Software. Because, again, while they are sound in a lot of things, one thing they are not sound at is common sense. At all. And I love these developers. They make some of my favorite games ever. But they're not the brightest in some ways. But for NeoWiz, I don't think that these issues with enemy design is just developer incompetence. I don't think so. Or rather, I don't think that it being left in the game the way it is developer incompetence. Because obviously it is, in terms of them being designed in this way. It's a certain level of incompetence. But, like being left in the game, I don't think that was just something, like I said, I don't think that's something that just slipped by them. Aren't much better or that much better or clever in my opinion, but like they're intuitive is the thing. Like I feel like I can almost always learn from them, and the ones that you can't are the ones that everyone says sucks. Like I would compare most of the enemies in Lies of P to the Millwood Knights and Ashes of Ariandel, and I'm not kidding. I would compare most of them to the Millwood Knights. Oh shit. Like, obviously not all the enemies in the Souls games are winners. They're not. But I would say they know what they're doing a whole lot more. Okay, sure. Which I should hope so, you know, they've been at this for 20 years. Alright, I'm about to end anyways. Because I'm almost to the next Stargazer, wherever it is. I forget where it is. And then I'm going to end. So yeah, I'm almost done anyway. Then I'll message you and then we'll do the thing. This is where a dude bro is gonna show up. Chain is such a useless item. Yes, a melee consumable. Yes. Come on now. Where is my next Stargazer? Is it right here? Yeah, it's right here. He's dead. No, wrong way! Why'd you shoot it that way? Alright, is it this one? Oh god, not this fucking guy. Not this guy. Oh my goodness, I hate this boss.
You lost, little lamb. Hand over all you got.
Cool.
You ought to give to the need.
Bro, this is crazy. What?
You ought to give to the needy.
Dude, this is ridiculous. This boss is so fast for no reason. Hello? How? Bro, this boss on New Game Plus 3 with no Estus is terrifying. Fantastic. Appreciate it. Good job.
You ought to give to the needy.
Bro, this fight is... Why are you so fast? You're a random stalker enemy. Get it? Yeet. Yeet. Okay. Ah. Skillful victory. Well, you shouldn't be the most annoying enemy in the game, then. Skillful victory. Yes, we love to see it. Hate that guy. Probably should have rested at that Stargazer back there, but whatever. Mama didn't raise no female. Okay, do that. Alright. Bro, I got no Estus. I'm living on a prayer. Gonna do anything? Nope. Okay, cool. Ow, he did it that time. Alright. Almost to the Stargazer. I could go now, but there might still be some enemies around here. Oh, hello. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Stargazer's right up ahead. Okay. That's that. Let me get this real quick. There's a Trinity thing down here, I believe. Yeah, right here. How many upgrade materials do I have now? 20 quartz, 13. That's pretty good. 6 plugs. That's good. Stockpile it all for the DLC. Oh, a full moonstone. Nice. Okay, cool. Alright. Almost got that to level 100. Had to bust out like the best weapon in the game for a minute there, but whatever. No shame. Alright, anyways, I'm out of here. That was about 2.5 hours. I'm out. If anybody's still lingering around in chat, appreciate anybody coming out. I'm done. I'm out. I'm done for the day. So, yeah. Don't know if anybody's still lingering, but yeah, I'm out. Appreciate anybody who's here. I'll come back for this in like probably another week or so. Y'all take it easy.